that we've been talking about. Don't want to bore anybody. Maybe just saying all the same stuff. We just didn't make winning plays. We gave ourselves a good chance in spurts. Second half, third quarter was really solid. Obviously, Brian played amazing, hit some tough shots, and kind of acknowledged that for sure. But we still had some self-inflicted wounds that are just tough when you're trying to get out of a hole. Bringing the right energy, just IQ, effort plays, just simple breakdowns, and then obviously boxing out. It was tough.
It seemed like y'all had good effort and energy most of that second quarter. What did you see from that second unit?
They helped us get back in the game. Obviously, we had a rough start, and that was a good sign. And we need more of that. We just couldn't sustain it, and I don't know. It's rough right now. Keeping it plain and simple, it's rough. We got to figure out how to claw our way out, because obviously, like you've seen the last 4 games, it's self-inflicted wounds, but also, guys are playing with confidence on the other end and coming at us, and having, it's not career nights obviously, but having like performances that are unlike the previous 5 games or whatever you want to call it, where you're coming in, you're giving teams confidence as well. So we got to figure that out. Giving in to losing mentality, like we're not that team. Not gonna let us be that team, and like we know we've shown who we are in terms of how we started the season, and I feel like we can obviously get back to that. That's the confidence that has to remain, but we cannot give in to this like losing spirit of just finding different ways to lose basketball games, because the clock will tick out on you, and you go into the summer thinking what could have been, should have been, having regrets. So I don't want to let us get into that vibe. Obviously, was there 18 games left? We have to figure out how to turn things around pretty quick. I mean, yes and no. Like, it's not like running a play. It's boxing out. It's not coming off strong side shooter. It's understanding how the team's defending us so that we know what shot we're trying to get and not rushing. Those are things you should be able to talk about, watch film, and make adjustments. It's not like you got to go out and do reps of 5-on-0 or anything like that. That's not what's killing us. It's the other stuff. So that's happened throughout the course of the game, and then it's highlighted, the last 3-4 minutes where you end up getting beat. It's kind of one of those things that you understand where he's been over the last 2 years, and understand what level he's trying to get back to, and how there are going to be ebbs and flows, because he's trying to find that consistency. I know coach, and I know he's talked about it. Coach talked about it a little bit, just trying to let the game come to him. But you don't want to turn him into kind of second guessing himself or hesitant either. Like, there's a fine balance to who he is as a basketball player, who he is as a shooter and a scorer, that he has to figure out. And we obviously got to support him, try to put him in position to be successful, and stick with him, because he's obviously shown how legendary he is, when things are clicking, and that's going to happen. That's the mentality and mindset you have to have. So. we gave them way too many second chance points throughout the whole game, and even in the fourth quarter. It's crazy to think. Like, Bron had 56 and played out of his mind, and we still had a chance to win because of all the other stuff. We had a couple bad turnovers, but not being a box out, letting guys get into the paint too often. Russ was really effective in that third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter stretch where he was just getting to the paint, finishing. That just gave them life and confidence. And on the road, like, you can't do that. There's momentum that you have to protect at all costs. And if you give a team life, like, they get paid to play basketball too, they can end up, making a few more plays than you do and end up like a night like tonight. You said what?
Health is obviously like priority number one. But is there ever time where seeding starts to matter a little bit, trying to gel late in the season becomes a little concern at all?
I could care less about seeding. It's just playing good basketball. Like, those guys, I guess they go hand in hand because you want to finish and peak at the right time. But right now, if playoffs start tomorrow, we'll be in some trouble. So we got to figure out how to get ourselves back on the right track and just playing good basketball. We'll end up winning games and feeling good about ourselves, but it's not going to happen just on its own. You got to do something about it. We have 18 games to do that.
You're not feeling that. So, is it, an easy decision for you guys in this?
It was a tough makeup game situation, squeezing it in, having a back-to-back, obviously. The competitor and understand the big picture. You don't want to react to what happened tonight and what the plan was or is, but I don't know, maybe it'll give us just a little boost to, finish the year strong, so get some guys back, but yeah, that kind of is what it is at this point.
From the execution standpoint, what are the different looks y'all throughout the round? What you guys kind of fall short in terms of execution?
He had some tough threes that you can't really do anything about. Not really worried about that. It was, letting him come downhill in transition and not, building a wall to make him see bodies. He was just getting wherever he wanted to. They were getting a lot of offensive rebounds, and then, a couple of shovel passes to him in the paint. He's obviously huge. We don't have a lot of rim protection, so you giving him easy baskets there. So, at the beginning of the third quarter, we made him take tough contested twos, and he kind of slowed down a little bit. But then once you give him transition buckets and, give him any type of confidence, he's obviously capable of doing what he did tonight. And it's a tough pill to swallow.
All right, cool. Thank you.